I'm texting, obviously. But what I mean when I say the barbs are so powerful, how the fuck y'all be having people so perturbed? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, why all of a sudden they done locked me out my StationHead account. I couldn't get on. Now, why was my Wi-Fi having an issue with StationHead when I had been tweeting y'all for, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have no issue until I said I was finna. I mean, thank you, Nicki taught me for buying an album. If there's one thing about the Barbs, and they said Papa needed new pair of shoes. And shout out to Lil Tunchi. He always gets Papa Bear the most beautiful things, very stylish. I have never seen, and I had a whole Fendi collection. There's this Fendi coat that he got for Papa Bear. And this boy looks so cute in his coat. Yo, the boy. And jail, you know what that mean? They all gonna be it's going as soon as they gonna be posting them. Um, but I was like, Papa Bear. He think he is just Mr. Papa Bear, child. And and he looks so handsome and sweet. But what I was saying is, I had a whole Fendi collection. I never told y'all this. This is a little bit odd, but yeah, I remember when I had my Fendi Prince One collection, right? And yeah, why I saved the kids stuff, and I was like, when I have my child, I'ma make sure they can say they had mama first Fendi collection line. And why I still got it in my closet. He ain't never wore not one piece. And then what would happen is, if you would, as babies, they outgrow stuff so fast. So I was like, yes. Well, so technically, anyway, there's still a coat that was from my Fendi collection for the kids, and it's still something that Papa can still grow into. So I'm excited about that. And in the meantime, Tunchi, Little Wayne, bought him the perfect coat, the perfect size. I don't know how, but they got the perfect size, but it's a fly fucking coat. Lavender Rochelle said we need a closet tour. Well, you know what? I must say, mostly everything was able to fit in there, um, and neatly and nicely and beautifully. But Y'all know what I'm about to say. It's still, even with a closet that huge, there are still certain things that can't even, fit in that closet. But I'm grateful. Um, the closet that I have now is about the same size of the studio apartment that my family had to live in. I tell you guys, at one point we had to live in the basement of our house. Um, and I always think about that when I walk in that closet, being thankful of the being thankful of those things in the sense that I knew even as a kid that was not feasible. And and that's what's dope. But yeah, they did their thing, I'm not gonna lie. So the closet right away, which I didn't expect, the closet right away was packed and packed really beautifully. But the closet itself, as you guys could see, and even like when Tay saw it in person, he was like, "Oh, it is way bigger than it looked on the post that I did." Um, it really looks like a luxury boutique. And you know how sometimes as a person, no matter what stage you are in life, you have something that you do for you that maybe other people wouldn't understand, but it's like your own personal, race or accomplishment or goal, in your head. And and that's kind of one of those things for me because nowhere ever could, you know, I, nowhere obviously would have a closet that would be big enough. And it was so many things that I was able to see again. Like, actually see again. And sometimes you see things and you be like, oh, wow. Like, it could bring back a memory and, you know, um, I won't even get started about like costumes and outfits and stuff like that. The truth is, I used to try to save all of that stuff, but it's just it's impossible. It's impossible. So I can't wait to do something special with some things. Um, what girl? Boom! Where are the Pink Friday wigs at Roman's revamp? Thank you, Taboo Baby, too, for buying a CD. I was selling CD. If you're new here, the Bobs know this is my sob story. Whenever I went to buy albums, I tell them I used to sell, but they know it's true, that I used to have to sell my CDs out of the back of my car, out of my trunk. And shout out to all the Africans that used to hold me down, even though they did not want to buy my mixtape because they had no clue. Like, and no one had any clue who the fuck I was, and nobody was bumping my mixtape like that. But outside of probably like 500 people on my space. But shout out to the Africans. They like you could tell they was doing it out of kind of like a little bit pity, and they'd be like, "All right, I'll take five. I'll take five, or whatever." But I really, those people on something. If you from Queens, um, like you know how important those stores are and were to like that that era of when rap was like in that state, like when I was gonna come up DVDs, when I was buying the instrumental CDs and rapping on it. I would sit in my car sometimes, put my CD in the car, and would um I would write to other people's beats that was popping at the time. Yeah, I don't got a motherfucking tour. And so please don't, I see some smart barbs, um, because it's so obvious. You know what I'm saying? It'd be so obvious. Um, like of course you have to minimize or demonize anything the barbs and I do because see first it was a matter of lies. Oh, at Ron the Libra. I'm glad Nicki does listen to the barb sometimes. Some of you are very dumb and unoriginal. Okay. Ron, who pissed in your sick? Nah, okay, thank you, Ron. I appreciate boo. That was on Twitter though. Um mm. I wish they would know it at Barry Juki at Barry Jugu on Twitter. I wish they would know. And oh, they said I hit a Ariana Grande note and press play. Minaj was that. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj hit a Ariana Grande note and press play. Mm. Ha ha. Fuck you thought this was, bitch. So, um. At Cam Dion said, not gonna lie, Nikki really inspires me. That's why she has a fan base like this. She inspires all of us in some sort of way. She's relatable, down to earth, smart, intelligent, never shy away from where she came from, and always make sure to show gratitude at where she's at now. Sometimes I forget she's a rich ass bitch slapping my ass. Well, thanks, Cam Dion. All right, you guys. I'm gonna play. Y'all already know we gotta get into some things, and we're going to do that while enjoying the music, pressing play. Shout out to Future. Um, Shout out to Future. Shout out to AKA. Shout out to Pluto. He's always a welcomed addition to Gag City. Y'all know I love Future and ATL Jacob, Nicki Minaj, and Future. Oh no, that's a different. That's a different matchup right there. I mean, that's a different team right there. I don't think you want to go up against that team, but since you guys seem like y'all want to, see, here's the thing. Mentioning AI doesn't shame me, you dumb fuck. I know what the real deal is. Okay? Now, yes, even I ain't fuck with the shit and cussed my fans out about the shit before. I wasn't on there when they started doing it, like that day when they were really going super duper hard. I was still finishing writing some stuff. Um, so I get it. We wouldn't want to steal anything from anyone. But shout out to the Pink Friday 2 album. That's not AI at all. It's not approved to be used for any promotion, even single art. So when I'm retweeting what my fans are posting, it's no different than when I retweet my fans posting a motherfucking GIF with the press play hashtag, or when I am retweeting my fans. And let's talk about stealing. Like, when Nene said about those gifts, like she said, why ain't I getting paid every time somebody using my face on you know what I'm saying? Why y'all ain't talking about that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't explain shit. Suck dick. That's what you gonna do. It's very difficult when you can't shame someone. When so much of... You know what I noticed too? When I was sitting here pregnant and all this stuff, and not mentioning anything, not responding to things, I think people be thinking it's because and it's crazy that they be this dumb. They think that I am shying away from addressing something as opposed to they don't understand. I just don't give a fuck. And then when they see me address it, they be gagged because they realize, motherfucker, you can't shame me for shit. When you gonna get it? Today, tomorrow, or next year. Okay? When you know you are the greatest of all time. You see? You see? When you know you are the greatest of all time. Stop with the fucking your at name on this motherfucking AI shit. I'm not about to post that. Tagging the AI picture. Bubs, I love y'all. Y'all crazy though. That's right. At DKTM1. It said it's future on Press Friday too, twice for me, press per year. Marijugu, I just said, now here you go putting your name on your AI. Yeah, what about all the other stolen property? And this year I will be collecting my coins as well. Um, yep, I'm gonna go back through the last decade or so and see how many people on I let slide when they stole from me. Um, when they steal my lyrics and my flows. But now you're going to get whacked non-stop until you realize you should have sat there and ate your canned fucking goods. 'Cause the barbs will triumph over every adversary in 2024. I shall trample over every adversary in 2024. Nicki's lesbian. I love Nicki's soft, soothing voice so much. Oh, I think I'm starting to see some ass shaking. Finally, y'all do realize this is an ass shaking song, right? All of the baddest strippers is gonna be busting it open to this shit. You know that. If a bitch don't come on her show right in the night between tonight and the next 2 weeks at least, if a bitch don't start her show, if a bad bitch get on that motherfucking stage, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the strippers, the ones that actually do it, child. They about to use this song when they when they come on stage to do what the fuck they do. Is the big booty bitch. Like, what the fuck? Why did I do it? Because I had just told y'all how important, we were talking about that line, the opening line, and blah, blah. And then, if you know me, you know I will make an overall rule or I will set a bar, then leap over that bar and set a new one. So I specifically did it so that you can see I just opened that verse with the most basic lines of all time. Oh, but that verse tends across the motherfucking board and you know it. You see, I can do that. Yes, Treyon's travel, that was light work for me. I'm going to listen, lashings will be given out every Friday. I don't think y'all realize that I don't care how long it takes to get an op back. I don't think y'all realize that I remember it all when I was pregnant, when I was walking like a penguin and waddling in Papa Bear was in Mama's tummy. How motherfuckers treated me. I've never been the one for pity though. So they're back with a vengeance again because songs that could have been came out and shit come out now because I set the pace like a runner, ho. Go! I set the tone like a vocal coach. Ah! Let me tell you something. If you know the luxury the blessing of being put in therapy at a young age, um, I would imagine that that would have huge benefits in your life. Now ask yourselves how many families in the hood could afford that. If you can't even afford heat in your fucking house, heating up the house with the oven. If you can't afford the light bill, lighting up your house with the candle. How you gonna pay for therapy for your children or your child? Well, if that's not the luxury of all luxuries, then what is? And if that's not something that you aspire to do for your children, then something is wrong. Because you see, we realize that so often, what are people talking about? They're talking about childhood trauma. And, honey child, imagine being able to afford to put your children in therapy. What? I never heard about that. Have you? But if you don't think that that's a blessing to do, if you had the opportunity to do that for your child or your children, who the fuck wouldn't? Who the fuck wouldn't? Who the fuck doesn't want to give their children a better life? Who the fuck doesn't become the parent that they feel they needed, or the adult that they felt like they needed when they were a child? So let me tell you something. But you know what? Let me get into this. I'm gonna come back. Remind me. Remind me when I come back. I wanna say something. And the key word is Caribbean. Caribbean, Caribbean. When I come back from playing this song, y'all, if I ask you guys what I mentioned, tell me that to remind me. Let me play this real quick. Hottest new shit on the motherfucking block, bitch. The fuck wrong with you, ho?